Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. Right, see, you can see we've got some items in here, long-term storage. We'll probably want to use those at some point. We don't need to concern ourselves with them at the moment. Over this way, see, that's why I've got this one here set on 200 for a constant number, yeah? In this chest, I got 52. In the network altogether, I got 64 because I've got more requester chests over in the long-term storage. So what it'll actually do is it counts the ones that are in the long-term storage as well as the ones that I've got over here, and thus avoiding any confusion whatsoever. This is a very, very positive thing. This is something that we want. I got another 40 gun turrets to go, and those will all be made. I've got... oh, those go in stacks of 200. These are going slow. They're getting there, but they're slow going. And I think the main... wise... what do we got? We've actually got a lack of ores here, haven't we? That's our main issue right now, is we have a lack of ore. We don't have any issues with power. I just don't have the ore being taken out. I've still got ore running through here, and so it's running through the rest of the system. Those mining drills are all up and running, and they're doing fine. That one's obsolete. Those are still running. I got some ore up through there. So what we'll do next is we will go here, and we will... is that all I can make? 1, 2... oh, it's because I got no iron. I got no iron plates on me. I need more iron plates. And I have no iron plates anywhere in the system. This is an issue. At the moment, I've got no spare iron plates. Right, well, what we'll do is we'll add a thing in here for iron plates. So that they will bring me 400 iron plates. And I'm going to add the same with copper. Not 500. 400 copper. The electric engine units... don't need... well, we're full on those, so I don't need to worry about them. So we'll do those two. And then fast inserters. Those are now being made. So I'm going to set a request for some fast inserters. So I've always got 50 fast inserters on me. Here comes the iron. They'll bring that straight over from down there and load me up with it. If I look in here... yeah, I got absolutely no spare iron plates or steel at the moment at all. They're just bringing it to me. It's great that they prioritize me, though. It's absolutely wonderful that they do prioritize me. I've now got the 50 fast inserters, and I've got the iron that I need, which means I can, in turn, make myself a few electric mining drills, because that's what I wanted to do. That's what I was missing. So I'll go like that, and I will make 20 electric mining drills. I'm going to start off by... putting some down here. Over there. That does actually have iron there. Right, that's underneath this belt up here. I've got some iron. Underneath that belt right there. There's 89 on that corner right there, where I'm mousing right now. So if I bring that one over and I put that one down there, that will cover it. So I'll put a passive provider chest on that one, and then I will go over here. And I'll put one out that side. I'll go right there, and I'll put one there, and... that's actually got some down there. I'm going to have to put 2 of them over here as well. We're going to put one there, and... I'll put one there as well. So I will go like that, like that, and like that. So that's got the little patch of ore that we've got down that side. That's now being taken care of. And then I'm going to go up here, and I've got the big patch of ore up here that I can expand on. So if I go way up like that, there. And then I go the same up here like that. I don't want to go any further than that. And I can bring a couple of them over here. I'm getting a little bit croaky. Just a smidgen croakiness going on. Right. Drop you, there, and up there. And then go to you and you as well. and then I can drop in some power cables. Right, I'll put one there, I'll put one there, and I'll put one there. There, power cables. There's a little bit more ore coming through. I've got 8 more that I can put in here. So if I go... I kind of want to put it there. I can go there, and everything is still actually being covered by mining drills. So I can do that. I'm going to have a patch underneath that one. And we're going to have to move these around. If I'm going to keep that one where he is for a minute, I'm going to have to move some of these around. So you are going to need to come out like that. Drop down by one. There. And then you can turn and go that way. And then I can put one here, one here, one here, one here. And then one under there. Like that and like that. So that's all of those. Put you... That one there. There and there. Right. That's all of those. I got a load more mining drills now. All up and running. And that should allow the ore to start to accumulate a little bit. Alright, at the moment it's still got a big demand for the ore. But it's still flying. Seems alright. We've got almost 700 logistics robots flying. And I've only got... Well, so the construction robots are just about finished. If you have a look, they're now starting to go away into storage. So they've cleared all of those trees. Look at them. A whole lot. So I've now got a massive cleared area all the way up through there. I've got a little bit of copper that is going to become available. Next thing that I want to do, actually, is I don't have any roboports available in storage, do I? I could do with making 1 or 2 of them. No roboports available. Right, we'll deal with those later. No, what I've noticed is I have a severe shortage of these coming through. And there's only one reason that I'll have a shortage of these. The heavy oil is empty, the light oil is almost empty. The storage tank for crude is full, the petroleum gas is full. So I've got those 2 plants there busy making these up, but what I don't have... And I've got that being converted over into petroleum as well. So this is taking care of all of the excess on all of it. But what I'm not doing is I'm not taking care of the excess petroleum. So I want to do that next. I want to build another section like that. And where I'm going to put... I'll drop that one over here for a minute. So I want to make 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 of those. Okay, so we'll make 6 of these. 5, 6, like that. And I don't have anything else other than pipes and stuff on them. So I don't need to do anything else with that. So what I will do, I got steam power. It's my roboport design. I've just got a random blueprint there, which I want. And I will take... this from down here. We'll go like that, and I will go up like that and gather all of those there. So what I've got in here is it's actually got that recipe in. I'll just create that blueprint a minute. I'll rotate it round and I'll put it in that direction. That's going to drop down there like that. And I will come over here and I will take my 5 plants that I've made, the 5 chemical plants that I've made. I'm going to drop them down there like that. There we go. Drop them in there. Now, the other thing with all these chemical plants is I don't have any speed modules on them. I can put speed modules on all of those. I'm just going to put speed modules on these. This is the wrong recipe at the moment. Unfortunately, because I've got the wrong recipe... they're all saying heavy oil, even though there's no heavy oil in them. I need to remove them all before I can change the recipe. And I want to turn solid fuel, petroleum gas into solid fuel right here. Is what I want this one to do. So that I've got the final sort of buffer. So I go like that. I'll just copy that through. There, right. That's copied onto there. Then I will join those up like that. Now, the next bit that I want to make on here... This is one bit that I'm actually going to do slightly different to what I've done previously. I bring that one over there. That's going to run down there. We will do a conveyor thingy like this to balance. just a conveyor balancer right here. I'm not using the robots on this one yet. I will use the robots. I'm not going to do it yet. Right, so we've got a balancer on there. And then that one will go out like that. And I'll put another one of those in there. So it balances everything and it will feed it evenly onto the line down there. Got that bit up there. That's perfect. That's exactly where I want it. I actually should have put this down by one bit, but never mind. So let's open you up. And I'll put you there. That one can go there like that. And then we will go here. But there's another bit that I want to do. There's another bit that I want to create. And what we want is... we've got decider combinator there. We've got an arithmetic combinator right there. Performs arithmetic operations on circuit network signals. Power switch, constant combinator. This is like different electrical things. I've never really used those. I don't really know very much about them. It's got to be said. I'm rather ignorant when it comes to those. But no, there is one that I do want, and that is not on that page. It must be on this page. Wait, where is it? It'll be up there. Ah, there, pump. I want a pump. I'm going to make one pump right there. And then you can have red wires and you can have green wires. Now, these wires, they connect up to the poles here. And you can see that it's got red and green. It's got traces of red and green on these poles. You can run all three types of wires on all of the poles. And so what I want to do is I'm going to take that pump that I just made. That one right there. And I'm going to put that one there. See? That's going to join that on, and then it's going to join from there, and it's going to carry on over through that way. So I'll put that into there, and I'll join that in. Now, that pump right there, I want to make some of these. I'm going to make some wires. So I'll make two wires. There, so I've got two red wires at the moment. And I go down here to this tank. We'll be using that tank, and we're going to connect that directly up to this pump. So I will go like that. And I connect that one up to there. I can't go out there because that's running too far. So I can go to there. I can put it onto a pole. So I want to put a pole there, and I want to put a pole there like that. And then I want to probably make two more of those. So I want to join that one there. Like that. Wire can't reach. Tiny, tiny fraction out. So I want to move it up there a little bit. Take my red wire. And I want to join the red wire onto there. And join it onto there. And I'm probably going to need two more red wires. 1, 2. There. Join from there on... Nope, it won't quite reach all the way. And then I'll join it down onto this tank down here. So I got that on the side of the tank, and that's... I think that's what I want. Right. Mode of operation, read contents. Connected to network 1. Circuit network right there. I've joined that one to the network. I don't know if I need to join these 4 tanks together in order for this to work. I don't think I do. I don't think that makes any difference. So then I can come back up here. Mode of operation. Now, this is a circuit connection. Connected to network 1. So it's just its own network. It's not the logistics network. This is just its own network. I don't think I can connect this to the logistics network. Like, I can have the mode of operation right there. Because if I look through here, this doesn't actually have liquids in here. This is no good to me. Right, so I don't want that on the logistics network. I want that on its own circuit network, which is down here. Enable, disable. And then if I go on here, I got fluids and I got signals over here. So I can have an active signal being provided. And this is coding that you sort of do with those other parts that I just showed you. With these bits here. These set up the codes. I don't know how that works. That's one part of Factorio that I've never yet used. But it's not something that we're going to worry about today. No, what I want to do is I want to go to the fluids right there, and I want to measure petroleum gas, like that. So when the petroleum gas is equal, is when it gets, now we've got to do this, when it's greater, I've got to turn that one round. When it is greater, and then I can set a constant number on here, and we're going to set that to 20, we'll set that to 20,000. 20,000. When that is greater than 20,000, it will activate that pump. So then I look down here, and I've got that read contents connected to network 1. Okay, so right now that's saying 24,000, and it should activate the pump. And I go all the way back up here. I've got no way of seeing how much it's actually reading on the network. Alright, it's just telling me petroleum gas there. So I don't actually know anymore. Oh, signal's there saying 24K. That's actually, see, it's carrying a signal. It's got electricity and it's carrying a signal. This one here doesn't have a signal. So let's just do one quick experiment. We'll make one more piece of red wire. And we'll join from there to that one over there. And then we'll have a look on here. Now it's saying 49,000. So how do I want to do this? Do I want to do a running total for all 4 tanks? Do I want to connect the 4 tanks together and have a running service total on them so that when they drop below, when they get above 100,000, I then start activating that one to make more of them? I'm thinking I might. I'm thinking we might do that. So we'll make 2 more bits of wire. We'll join that one on. And we'll join that one on there. So now, signal is 99,000. Right. So that signal is 99,000. So we'll change this from 20,000. We'll bump that up to 50,000. So that's about the halfway point on the storage facility. So if it gets to the halfway point, it will stop allowing liquids to go through this one. So I will set that on 50,000. And now we will join up some power. I'll go like that and join it up. So we've now got that one. That's opened that one up and it's allowing these to operate. They're running through. That one's got a signal running through, and down here it's on 99,000. We can test this is actually working because that signal is 99,000. So I can test that it's working by putting that up to 200,000 and setting it and just checking it there. And you can see that one has switched off. It's not active. It's not pumping there. It's not allowing anything to go through because we don't have a signal of 200,000 or greater coming through. I'm going to change these over a minute. Well, I'm going to change them over. I'm just going to drop in some speed modules. You get 3 modules on each, and that's sped it right up. Look at that. There we go. Now we're talking. So that's emptied that pipe out really quickly. This one's not going to change because that's on 200. So if I drop that back down to the 50,000 and set, it's now activated the pump. And we're reading the contents on all 4 tanks. So it's when these tanks get to roughly halfway. And that's roughly halfway on all of the network here anyway. And there are other things that you can do. I can put more pumps onto some of these. I can, so I limit the amount of heavy oil that's being turned into these. I can limit the amount of light oil that's coming into these. I can limit these converters before they start being used. Like you can change the pumps around and the networks around, and you can achieve a really good balance on it. One thing that it is a good idea to do, if you want to do that, is to have your storage. I only put 1 lot of storage for my fluids. I will usually end up, like 8 tanks there, it's a bit too many. I normally end up with 6 tanks for each, and I have them all in a group, and then I can run wires to them. I'm normally only one run, as you can see, I was just experimenting there to find out. So I would normally just put 1 wire to 1 tank, and then I run it off whatever the contents of that tank is. Because I've only got 1 storage system for the oil, that's always been enough to set everything for me. I've never needed to do any more than that. These bits, these combinators, being able to set up codes and things like that for it, never done it, will do it, will watch some videos so that I can then come back and explain to all of you how that works, because is something I'd like to do. I think it's something that I think would be very cool. But you can see immediately we started turning this into fuel. So I'm using up the excess, which has kick-started this then running. We got those running down there. We got these running up here. I will go there. It's better, actually, if I was to make these. If I was to make productivity modules. And put productivity modules in those, you end up getting more materials coming through. Because oil is infinite. So, you can speed it up, but, yeah, it's generally, I feel, it's better to do it like that. Over here, I got 2,700% still on the yield. So, I've got a lot available. Right. That's that bit taken care of. That's all dealt with. If we look down this way, I've still got a lack of ore running through our system. Right? There is still not enough ore running through the system. Which means I don't have enough iron coming through the system as well. I've got plenty of piercing rounds now being made. This one over here, this is actually approaching the point where we're not going to need very many more firearms, because that one I've set to 1,000. This one over here has now stopped. That has reached its maximum capacity. So that's good. You know, we're starting to reach maximum capacity on some of these items. This, I haven't got a maximum capacity set, because we're going to want a lot of those later on. So that's draining a lot of resources, as is this and that little setup up there. These have pretty much maxed out. So you can sort of see we're slowly filling up on a lot of the resources, and we're slowly achieving the maximum point on a lot of the resources, but we haven't maxed everything out just yet. So the next thing that I want to do is I would like to set up a requester chest that will only request when we've got over a certain number of timber in the system. And I'm not entirely sure how I go about doing that. Right, if I take a requester chest right here, because what I'd like to do is I'd like to be able to dump out the timber. Yeah? I want to put timber out on here, and I want it to be used. So, I mean, maybe I could set it up on here. I want that one to go... There is another way that I can do that, I think. Override stack size, logistic network, and circuit network. So if I go with the list, I can connect that one. I can, yeah, you can connect those. Right, so that would work. Because I want to get the timber coming out onto here. So what I will do is I'm going to drop one of those in there like that. I will remove that one and that one, so that they're not in the way. I'll drop it in up there instead. And that one will go there. That one will go there. Just go like that. You go around that way. And I'll do kind of what I've done over here. It's not going to be exactly the same. It's going to be a little bit different. So we're going to put a requester chest right there. And I'm going to put a stack in... Let's move it over a bit so I don't have to worry about another thingy. I put that one there. And I'm going to request that I put some timber in here. And circuit network. So I don't have a connection. So you can connect to the circuit. I don't know how I would connect to the entire logistics system. I don't think I don't know how you connect to the logistics system with a chest. I can do it from here. That's easy. Right, I go logistic network right there. I can connect that one, enable, disable. So I go there, and I go to this one, and I go to timber. So when I have got greater, that's less than, when I've got more than, we will say 5,000 pieces of timber. Let's set that to 10,000. Just to be on the safe side. When I've got more than 10,000 pieces of timber in the network, you will activate. And here, logistics network, logistics request, timber, I'm going to request 500 pieces of timber be put into there. So, the timber's in here. I got 21,000 of them at the moment. So they're robots. They're going to bring all of that over here. And they're going to bring a lot of it over. And they're going to come into this side. And it's going to start feeding in all of the timber over here. And then it will stop. And I don't know if there's any other way to do it. Like here, that's circuit network. Yeah. I don't think there's any other way that I can make that work. Just kind of like I've got it right now. Then that's fine. That's actually going to work just perfectly like it is. So we'll do that, and then I will the output priority will go on the left-hand side, like that, so that we prioritize the timber coming out. I want as much timber coming out of here as possible, and then it's going to go into here, and we're going to be using timber all the way through the network. So that's going to use the excess timber, but it's not going to take everything out, so I will still have plenty of these poles in here, which I'm going to set a request for, by the way. I usually keep a couple hundred of these on me. So I will go there, small electric pole, and I will demand that I have 400 at all times. There. So there's another little bit set up in our circuit. It's all going to run along, and it's going to keep everything moving. Our next issue is that I still don't have enough of some things coming through. Mainly, I don't have enough iron ore coming through. I've got this little patch right here, but there's still not quite enough iron ore being dragged out of this patch and then being pumped through the whole system. Eventually, we're going to have to replace this system here, and that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. There's another thing that I want to do first before I start concerning myself about that. And that is, I want to get some robots. Not robots. I want to get some roboports up and made. And I'm going to do that with full automation. So we're going to go down here. We're going to set up another one. I know this is another massive drain on our resources that are running scarce at the moment. But I think that this is worth it, because this is where we're going to start really expanding out with a number of different things. So we put that one into there, and then I will go over to that one there, and wait, what? Ah, there, roboport. Okay, I need 45 steel plates, 45 iron gear wheels, and 45 advanced circuits. So I will have... how many am I going to go for? I'll tell you what. Let's just copy them over. Let's put 202 in each. We'll go for 200 of each. It's not going to hurt. It's not an exact number, but 200 is about right. That's it. That's precise stacks. So we'll set 200 of each into there. And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to set this one with a very low count. We're going to go into here, go to our roboport, and that is less than or equal to, and we're going to set that to 10. I don't want any more than 10. If we got 10 of those set in there, it will only allow us to build 10, and then it will stop. The steel is going to be the bit that's going to take a while. And I'm actually going to help this along. I'm going to manufacture a couple of them myself, and I'm going to drop them into that chest, because I've got plans to be using those. We're currently using all 800 logistics bots, and we will do until these have been made, or at least we've used up all the steel. Or most of the steel now is going to be coming straight for me. So I'll drop those two into there. So that one's already that's already got a count of 2 on it. And you up here, see the steel there, that's running quite slow. I'm gonna drop I'll drop one of them into there. It's gonna take the time with the steel. Right, let's not worry about that anymore. Not for a second, anyway. I did have... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. So we've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.